Hello, it's Vidas Pinkevicius, and today I'm going to talk about some of the most common mistakes in organ harmonizations of chorales or hymns on this instrument, on the organ. You see, harmonization is really important to have as a skill for any organist who wants to play hymns or chorales. But really, not too many people know how to do it properly, observe the rules of voice leading or the rules of chordal connections, basically chord functions, and to say. So one of the most common mistakes I see in students when harmonizing a melody, whether in writing or in playing on the instrument, is basically various voice leading mistakes. For example, some skips that are not natural. For example, voice crossings. For example, lower voice, alto voice is higher than soprano, or tenor is higher than the alto. That's very common, of course. And then, of course, is when moving all the voices up or down in parallel direction, parallel motion. It's forbidden. Basically, at least one voice has to be stationary or move in an opposite direction. And it's really good to do this with the soprano going up and the bass going downward, and vice versa. For example, the bass has to move in opposite direction as much as possible with the soprano. So that's one way to avoid this parallel motion in all the voices mistake. And another mistake I see commonly is, of course, parallel fifths and octaves between the chords, because you see a lot of people when they see the note written as a melody, right, as a tune, for example, chorale tune or hymn tune, and they try to harmonize in four-part setting to apply two chords, let's say tonic and the dominant chord. On one note would be tonic, and on another would be the dominant note. That's very nice. But usually what people do is they don't know how to connect these two different chords, soprano, the tonic and the dominant, or the tonic and the subdominant, or the subdominant and the dominant. These rules are very basically simple. Sometimes easy to avoid these mistakes, but people don't know. I'll tell you one secret. There are two basically two ways to connect tonic and dominant and tonic and subdominant. Basically, one is the most common and the easiest is harmonic progression. Harmonic means that at least one voice is stationary, and one voice usually means this voice which has the common note between the two chords, tonic and the dominant. Let's see, in C major, tonic chord is C, E, G, right? And in the same key, the dominant is G, B, and D. All right, so far so good, right? But then this G is common note between these two chords. So if you want to apply the harmonic progression, which is the easiest one, and you just have to keep this G constant in the same voice. Let's say in the alto is G, right? In one chord G, and in another chord should be G. And then what you have to do is move the two free voices in the direction of the closest chordal notes of the next chord. So that's the dominant, right? Closest in a stepwise motion. For example, from C to B or from E to D. That's usually downward or upward. Sometimes the case can be from the tonic to subdominant. But basically, that's it. Except the bass. The bass has to go up or down to the root of the next chord, right? From the root of one chord to the root of another chord. That's it. From C to G, you can jump up or jump downward, and you will be avoiding a lot of mistakes, voice crossings, doubling mistakes. You will be avoiding parallel fifths. You will be avoiding parallel motion rule mistake, right? Everything you just have to follow these simple rules of chordal connections. And the second way to connecting these two chords, tonic and dominant, or tonic and subdominant, is called the melodic. Melodic progression is very simple too, but it's different in a way that all four parts are moving. In harmonic progression, one voice is stationary, right? This G, remember, this common note. But in melodic, is very simple. If the melody goes down, the bass goes up, and vice versa. So three upper voices go in the opposite direction than the bass, right? And that's it. But the bass has to go by the interval of the perfect fourth, not the perfect fifth. Fifth is the inversion of the fourth, of course. And in harmonic progression, yes, you can to do yes, you can to connect these two bass notes either by the leap of perfect fifth or perfect fourth, doesn't matter, up or down. But in melodic progression, it really has to be a perfect fourth. So start with the bass, perfect fourth. If it's up, then the melody has to go downward. And three upper voices, soprano, alto, and tenor. And usually it goes to the closest chordal note of the next chord. And that's it. These two ways of connecting, melodic and harmonic progression. And you will be saving a lot of mistakes, saving a lot of frustration. So if you want to find out more about how to harmonize chorales, how to harmonize hymns, especially if you are an organist working or planning to work in a church setting, right, liturgical. So I really recommend this course, Harmony for Organist Level 1. Harmony for Organist Level 1, because the way I taught you today in this video is I'm explaining it in words, but this course is constructed in a way that you will be doing exercises and everything in musical notation, and everything in practical note by note exercises, and it starts really simple, so that even beginners of the harmony can understand this course and progress through the more difficult ways. And at the end of this course, of course, you will be able to harmonize in perfect voice leading and chordal settings, simple chorale tunes and hymns, of course. So I really recommend that. And if you want to find out more about organ practice, of course, visit my organ training site, organduo.lt. That's secrets of organ playing, and you will find a lot of free material too, like free practice guides and mini courses in organ playing and improvisation and everything that I have created so far. So thanks for watching this video. Check out this harmony course, of course, and I'll see you again next time, and try to avoid these harmony mistakes that many people do. Okay, thanks for watching, and good luck in your harmonizations. Bye bye.